short today. I had a lot of chores to do. So let's see what we got. Oh wow, I almost have 50% quest completion.
What have we got today? Which job should I give you first? I heard from a man who wants you to track down his son. It's a little weird though, because the kid is actually a grown man. I wrote down the client's location on your map, so head over there to get the details.
Excuse me, but have you seen my son?
I don't think so. Why? Is something wrong?
When I got home, I found a note from him that said he was leaving and not to look for him. What if he's left the village? Please, you have to help me. I'll pay you whatever you want. My son shouldn't be too hard to spot. He wears a very odd hat. You can see it from a mile away.
Okay. If I see him, I'll let him know his father's worried about him.
Seafront was. What is the park? Those are great words. When are we getting our food, by the way? That's pretty close.
Hey, are you the kid who ran away from home?
Huh? Oh man, how'd you...
Your father's worried sick about you. Why'd you leave anyway?
Because he wants me to, like, take up the family business. And I ain't doing it, man. I'm a rebel.
Yes, we can see that. Well, perhaps you should let your father know that you're alive and well, and also explain to him why you left.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, man. Why do people always gotta hassle me? Yeah, the guy who runs the tavern's been helping me since I got here. And I want to give him something nice. I was thinking I could, like, cook dinner or something, but I don't have any ingredients or whatever, so, yeah.
If it'll get you back home to your father sooner, then fine, I'll help. What do you need?
This guy, man, he don't eat nothing but fish all the time, every day. Fish, fish, fish. So I was thinking he might, like, want to try eating meat or whatever, you know, for a change. So, could you get me, like, 5 pieces of mutton and 3 pieces of goat meat? I can find the pans and spoons and stuff, so just bring the meat to his place whenever, man.
Looks like we've got everything the runaway kid asked for. Let's go make... Hi, are you the guy who's taking care of that runaway?
Runaway? What are you talking about?
It would seem we've been bamboozled.
You've got to be kidding me. Seriously? Still, I guess we can tell his father he's alive at least.
Bamboozled. Ever been bamboozled before? I'm just trying to get this kid to go back to his dad's place. And he's like, oh, I'll go back as soon as you get me some meat and get picked to this guy. And so it's like, God, and the guy's like, I want to be here. Like, I got bamboozled!
Hey there. Your son come back yet?
No, I haven't seen him. Where could he be?
He's in Seafront. Or he was, until he ran away again.
Oh, crud. Let me guess. Did he tell you an elaborate story and then ask for help? That boy is... well, he's a bit of a dirty liar. I probably should have mentioned that.
So that whole story was a setup. He sent us on a wild goose chase and then gave us the slip.
Since I cannot imagine you letting this go, perhaps we should return to Seafront? There may still be a lead or two left to pursue.
Good idea. We can't let him get away with this. What's wrong?
How can a son bring so much despair to his family? He seems completely ignorant of the pain he has caused. It's deplorable.
I love it when you sound like a grumpy old man, Vice.
Perhaps I only sound that way because I have existed since time immemorial.
How old are you anyway?
You know, I'm not exactly sure.
They say memory loss is a sign of old age.
Well, it's still preferable to being a deplorable liar like that son.
Please, tell me right away if you find him.
Alright, back to the Seafront again. Ooh, gonna kill him again. Where's my buddy at? On cake today? No, it wasn't very good. I went downstairs and I was doing water from like their area, the little lounge. And there was cake in there, so I had some.
You're looking for a kid who ran away from home?
It was like grocery store cake, Koozie. You would have hated it.
There was a strange kid asking people questions earlier. I think he was trying to learn how to get into Facade.
Facade, huh? Maybe...
I feel like you're holding yourself back. You're like those animes I watch, the characters have to power up continuously over like 7 seasons, so it's like, what were they doing that first season? So where was this? You want a flourless chocolate cake? That's not like a thing. There's flour on the outside. You can't have a cake without flour, that doesn't make any sense. No, that doesn't make any sense. It's not a cake then, it's something else. So the I don't understand how to get to use something that is impossible. What would you like me to get to? And you do, so I can go do something. Well then how are you gonna get it if I don't get it for you? It's not like you're torturing yourself. I mean, grocery stores are nice. Like, can you make chocolate cake batter and just don't add flour? It's fun to eat anything else. I'm a little hungry, but it's late. I'll see tomorrow after 1. Where do you stop now? I mean, right now I think you would. But you're probably used to it. You're not when you're pregnant. So. Want me to repeat myself? And give me.
I'm covered in sand.
Take care before all your health is lost.
아르테르와 르소토치 타치테 아리브다. 하게 라타셀레 치코토에사. 데인데쿠.
Man moved into the house the other day. He certainly has a
キーソトチ裏のとでしているより
He
うで
fits
て
it perfectly.
くずちちんだたい
He knows most of our rules.
くぎたされ家で来て
I see
ぜ
us
したらき
retain after fleeing a terrible home life.
So he's disguised himself as one of the masked people, eh? No wonder his trail went cold.
He's gone through a lot of trouble trying to lose us. I can't wait to finally catch him. Hey, you! You're coming with us!
Oh, man! Why you gotta be all, like, following me and stuff? Fine. Let me just pack, and then I'll... Oh my gosh, there's a giant shade behind you!
Oh, are you kidding me?
He surely aims to flee the city, though he can't have gone very far yet.
Oh, man! Again? Alright, fine. Let me just...
He's heading for the eastern road. We must catch him before he leaves the desert.
Oh my gosh, look! There's a huge pack of shades!
I'm not falling for that again.
What's that big thing on the right?
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, and I shall smite you with unholy magic.
It's a pack of wolves, man!
I told you, I'm not falling for... Oh, crap. It is a pack of wolves.
I didn't think I'd actually run into wolves for real.
Are you ready to go home yet?
Hell yeah, man! This adventure stuff's like way too scary for me. From now on, I'm gonna stick close to home and stuff.
Good. Now let's go tell the family. Nobody's here.
I believe they left us a note.
Thanks for help. My son has returned. Take up the family business. We decided to move to a new land to begin anew. Thoroughly training the care of
Well,
the family.
that's sort of anticlimactic. I wonder what the business was anyway.
Hey, are you friends with the people who lived here?
No, not really. Why?
Because the goddamn bastards borrowed money from everyone in the village and then skipped town. Apparently their son ran away because he wanted to escape a life of crime. But then some idiot brought him back.
Well, I guess we know the family business now.
To think we did not even get paid for this absurd misadventure. Oh well. Perhaps we should tally it up as an expensive life lesson and move on.
That's ridiculous. I didn't upgrade this stuff anymore. Get a minute. You ever heard of swimmingly? I just thought on new thing at work. Oh no, there's like a company and they do it's like Airbnb.
He doesn't talk about mom as much these days.
It started in California
Jacob?
during like the pandemic. So people just have schools and they're like, I wonder if I could make money if I just like rent it out to people in the neighborhood. That's what they do. And some people are charging like $120 an hour. People pay it to come use their pool. And I'm like, that's insane. You can get a pool membership at like a public pool for like at a YMCA for years. And that's right, exactly. They're not open.
Can you read me a story?
So your neighbors can just let you use their pool. Because whatever.
In a bit, okay?
They're charging a lot. I was like, dang.
How? Need some work done on your weapon?
That's wild. It's genius though too. It's like I was thinking about it. I was like, some of the things I'd like to have like heard about, like when it first got going, and then like, throwing some money at them. I'm sure I think they made their value has gone up like 400% or something over the last year. Right? Not in the world. 20 iron ore. Machine.
Come back. How need some work done on your weapon?
Ooh, it's so crazy. No, there's not oil. Dental no boards. No.
Come. How need some work done on your weapon? Come back.
What do you mean?
Contagious words. Those who dream.
Those who dream?
Hold a moment. There is a strange new sensation in my mind.
It
is not quizzical.
What's going on?
village's body shudders.
Perhaps we should start by asking this man.
Who are you?
We heard something happened to this village, so we came to see if we could help.
Mare stared at Comrade O'Sullivan.
If you can speak to me, I must have caught you in my dream.
In your dream?
Mare explained. In the past weeks, a mysterious disease called the Death Dream spread across the forest of men. Those who caught it were cursed to fall asleep and live forever within the world of their own dreams. Those who had determined the Death Dream was spread from person to person by spoken words. Before we could learn more, the disease took him inside. I stared at the Mare, his mouth twitching.
Now see here. Are you saying that we have been absorbed into your dream?
Well, yes.
Said the Mare.
I think you have.
In other words, we've caught the Death Dream?
Brother Mare could confirm Cottonmouse's suspicion by
ridiculous, preposterous, completely unfathomable on every conceivable level. I don't even recall falling asleep.
That's just how the Death Dream works.
But polite, the Mare was clearly trying to brush aside the
My remarks are not to be brushed aside, fool.
Mare twisted his mouth in an embarrassed grimace and quickly changed the subject to Comrade O'Sullivan. What they discussed was completely...
Something there must have caused you to enter my dream. A certain conversation, a specific word, something.
Some advice racked their brains but could not find an easy solution. There were simply too many words to consider, too much random chatter, too many...
Grimoire Weiss does not engage in meaningless conversations.
Mere suggestion that Weiss shows his words curiously seemed to sting his
It does
pride.
not seem to sting my pride, you bloated gasbag of a narrator. It has demolished it utterly.
Irritated, Weiss looked skyward, searching for answers.
I was doing no such thing. Just leave me alone already.
Anger created by his harsh words bled over to Alcamados like contagion. Wait, did someone just say contagion? Yes, I believe so. What of it? Well, the villager told us to watch out for contagious words, right? The Mare leaned forward in renewed interest, pushing a straw by his side of the process. Must have said something right, asked the Mare. So this was a combination of words. What was it? It's not dreaming or something, not dreams, or what the heck was it? A sheep! Cried by suddenly blurting out the person that popped into his head. Others stuttered for a moment before slowly shaking their heads. After 4 more minutes of thought, Commodore's face lit up. I remember he said, those who dream, that's what he said. I'm sure of it. This Mare produced a thick sheet of papers from his pocket. He flipped through them a few times before nodding his approval at Comrade Oso. Get out of here. Notification, move. That sounds right, he said as a stray sheet of paper fell to the ground. My notes also mentioned something about that, but it was the last thing you heard before you fell asleep. Mare shook his head, his own pencil stub tracing lines across the long piece of paper. Last month I've done nothing but study the disease we call the Death Dream, he said. I mean, I'm the Mare, right? It's my job to protect people from whatever comes along. I never expected a couple of outsiders to start entering people's dreams. Mare paused, a grimace crossing his face. I should probably be taking notes or something. Rice immediately fired back. I applaud the force of all it takes to research the disease in your dreams, he said. Perhaps we should bend our efforts to escape in this place instead of trying to understand. Mare's hand tightened around his pencil, snapping at the tip. I've tried to escape. From the very first moment I realized I was locked inside my own dreams, I've been looking for a way out, but nothing fixes this. I mean, this is my dream, right? If there's an exit, I'd know about it. He paused for a moment, his unfocused eyes staring at nothing. My village was beautiful, he said, no one in particular. And it's filled with the most wonderful people I could ever hope to meet. But once the disease took hold, things changed. It's like someone took a sponge and soaked all the color in their eyes. I just want us to be holy. I want us to be free. I want to stop trying until it happens. I want to stop trying. Comrade also nodded in agreement. Huh? Wait a second. I didn't nod. Look, it can be any help, said Comrade also, just ask. Now hold on, I did not just say that. Silence, cried Weiss. Grimoire looked from Comrade to the Mare back, and his face filling with confidence. Grimoire Weiss's face is always confident, thank you very much. Now see here, Mare, you told us that nothing can exist in the dream without you knowing of it. But yet you seem surprised to see us when we first arrived. Yes? And Mare slowly raised his head, realization drawing on his face. Oh my god, he said. You're right. I had no idea you were coming. The human imagination is limitless engine, said Weiss. Dreams are fuel. If you can imagine an exit, then it must be so. With your permission, we shall search it out. Thank you, said the Mare. I don't know what I'll repay you. Payment's not required. We are eager as you to be done with this place. Mare suddenly felt as if he could breathe again. He'd almost forgotten what it was like. Good luck, you two, he cried, departing from Comrade Oso and Weiss. We're all counting on you. Comrade Oso slowly faded into the misty forest. Mare was struck by a sense of deja vu. I saw this man once before, he thought, but where? Kamonosu's mood darkened as he trudged through the forest. Hours earlier, when the beauty of the place was still a new thing, he had been confident he could get in, find an exit, and be home in time for dinner. But the deeper they went, the more the forest closed in around them. The mist made it difficult to see more than a foot in any direction. The moss covered rocks seemed determined to twist his ankle. More than once he'd been forced to steady himself in the left bark of a tree, and his hands now left small trails of blood on everything he touched. Fortunately, Vice was proving to be a spectacularly poor traveling companion, unhindered by either terrain or physical effort, and spent most of his time urging Kamonosu to pick up the pace, and curling about their own slow progress. Finally, Vice muttered something about legless turtles being more adept at navigating the environment. Kamonosu snapped. Okay, Vice, climb it for a second, would you? You don't have to walk. Kamonosu leaned against the tree and tried to stretch the knots from his back. How can this super forest be so big? He muttered to himself. Moment the words tumbled from his mouth, a cacophony of insects spring to life. Every imaginable form, buzz, click, hiss, roared out of the volume and rattled his teeth. Kamonosu slapped his hands over his ears and screamed to be heard. Vice, what's going on? Kamonosu could see Vice's mouth moving, but he might as well have been shouting in a tornado. Insects screamed, the forest howled, and just as Kamonosu's ears seemed ready to tear from his head and go running for cover, the sound diminished. Hesitantly, he removed the hand from his left ear and listened to creatures of the woods. Zuri, zuri, zuri. Chuck, chuck, chuck. Chick, 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 chicky. Woo, ma. Shake, 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 shake. The insect symphony dimmed another dialect. Comrade Oso began to detect patterns in the sound. This isn't random, he thought. It's not just white noise, it's something else. The insects weren't just calling out, they were asking a question. 1 with it is lacking, 2 with it is ideal, 3 with it is dangerous. What is it? How many pages? Is this a riddle? I guess so. I mean, it feels sort of forced. Maybe it's the key to getting out of this place. Then all you do is the answer. 1 is the lacking, 2 with it is ideal, 3 with it is dangerous. What is it? This ideal of 2 people, but dangerous 3. Oh, it's a seesaw. Vice not flew open, but before he could say anything, the words only shifted. Ring, ring, round, round, shake, shake. When Kamonosu came to, he once again surrounded by the sound of insects. Cries and insects were creating words. Words he heard somewhere before. 1 is the lacking, 2 is ideal, 3 is dangerous. Really furious that Vice left it past him. Kamonosu sighed and gave the only answer that made sense. Secret. Alright, the sound of the insects stopped as soon as it began. The forest undergrowth parted before Kamonosu like a rippling wave, opening a new path. The forest anthropods were making a road for us. Vice, pleased with passing the test, Kamonosu moved on with new intensity. The path offered his body relief from the undergrowth, but gave even greater cheer to his mind. As long as they were in the path, their journey had a purpose. I guess the forest accepted us, now said Kamonosu after a bit. Vice spun around to face his companion. Do not make the mistake. That's the will of the forest. For some happy pet that can be suddenly befriended. We have no idea where this path leads. As Vice finished speaking, the pair turned a corner and found themselves facing a clear forest spring. Smiling, Kamonosu picked up a small rock and sent it skipping across the surface of the water. Good heavens, said Vice. His surprise was understandable. Each time the rock struck the surface of the water, a musical note rang out. When the rock finally stopped moving and sank to the bottom of the spring, the ripples it left behind came together to form words. I enter through the window, but break no glass. When night falls, I vanish. What am I? Absurdly easy, barked Vice. Now answer it. Kamonosu grit his teeth and tried to reach out and strangle his companion. He's right. After all, this one is pretty easy. I enter through the window, but break no glass. When night falls, I vanish. What am I? Sunlight. A plume of water suddenly burst from the spring. Sunlight filtered through the trees and reflected off the plume, creating a shimmering rainbow that spanned the entire horizon. In all my years, said Vice softly, I've never seen such a sight. Perhaps I misunderstood the intentions of this place. Hey look, cried Kamonosu, awaking Vice from his daze. There's a house or something over there. Glancing at the direction of his friend's extended hand, Vice saw a small cottage nestled among the trees. That's weird, isn't it, Vice? I mean, who would build a house all the way out here? Kamonosu walked out and pounded on the door. Vice heard a cellar bang, the door cracked open and a small man peered out. His body was cloaked from neck to toe in a large black cape, while his face was obscured by mist. Began Kamonosu, but before he could go any further, the cloakman held her hand and began speaking. I have 4 legs in the morning and 2 at noon, but end of night with 3. What am I? Kamonosu tried to ask the cloakman what it was and what he was doing there, but he simply repeated the question. Wish to engage in some conversation, said Vice. He seems eager to answer this riddle. Yeah, I suppose, said Kamonosu. Well, at least me doing. The man! The mist dissolved from the cloaked figure as he spoke a single word. Correct. That the man flung his garment aside, revealing his true identity. You're the mayor, cried Kamonosu. The small man slowly shook his head. I am not the mayor, you know. Now listen to my words. Long ago I saw a version of you that was not yourself. Sorry, what's that mean? It'll make sense in time. At present, I simply congratulate you on cracking the seal of the Death Dream. Now you must go to the person in the forest entrance. That the man turned on his heels and slammed the door behind him. As Commodore watched, mist seeped up from the ground and enveloped the cottage, erasing it from existence. Commodore and Vice returned to the forest entrance. They found the mirror leaning against a tree. As soon as he got sight of the duo, he sprang to his feet and scrambled over to them. Good gravy, he cried. You made it. You actually made it back. His left hand grasped Commodore and pumped it so fiercely it threatened to dislodge from the socket, while his right hand seized Vice by the cover and swung at him through the air. God, by the heavens, stop shaking me, fool. We have not even told you we were successful or not. Mirror smiled broadly and shook his head. I'm just happy you're alive. I didn't think I'd ever see you again. Commodore withdrew himself from Mirror's eager handshake and slight smile. We broke the Death Dream seal, he said. At least I think we did. The Mirror's face beamed as Commodore filled him in on the details. Then the tale was done. The three of them lay down the craft, horse ground, and fell asleep. Commodore cocked his head. Okay, hang on a sec. This is crazy. Why don't we just lay down and go to sleep? Cease your endless prattle and go to sleep, fool. Running against the rules of this place is futility itself. Commodore in the mirror obediently reclined atop the grassy earth. Have you gotten continued Vice? It is the words that control the Death Dream, words that allow us to move from place to place. No matter how unusual they seem, unnatural they seem, the words are absolute. Therefore, if the words tell sleep, and sleep we shall. And once we do, the story will continue. With that, the two found their eyes growing heavy and their breaths slowing. It's the first time, began the mirror, the first time I felt tired since I was imprisoned here. His words are cut off by a loud, long yawn, and he remembered nothing more. I might have slept for an hour or a year. When they awoke, things had slightly more real quality to them. The mist felt thicker, the leaves greener. It was clear they had awakened from their dream. Commodore shook the mirror's shoulders gently. Good news, he said. I think we made it. Oh wow, said the mirror in an odd voice. We did, I'm back. He blinked once, and then again, as if not quite believing the sight before him. Two have no idea how much this means. The Death Dream is spreading through our village, and I thought I could figure out how to stop it, but I guess it wasn't the case. I must have caught the disease and I'm trapped in my own dreams. The mirror started to stand, then collapsed back to the earth. He stirred his legs as if trying to remember how they worked, then glanced at Commodore and shrugged. Without a word, the young man reached down and pulled the mirror to its feet. Real life may take some getting used to, said the mirror as a wry smile crossed his lips. You shall relearn the short order, I am sure, said Vice. For now, you could return to your home and rest. You know, said the mirror, swinging his own 2 feet. No, I can't. Some of the village are still trapped with that dream. I have to save them. The mirror slowly made his way to the divine tree in the center of the village, and bowed his head and prayed silently. This is the holy tree, explained. When the prayer was finished, it's the guardian of our village, history and memory. Superstition will make our mission harder, muttered Vice. We should not put our faith in the gods. The mirror shook his head. Not the gods, the words. The legend says the tree is home to a powerful magic known as the sealed verse. Commodore and Vice could not contain their surprise. It seemed a goal had been found in a more unexpected place. I say, muttered Vice, it is certainly a stroke of luck. As the end of them said their goodbyes, Commodore mentioned the strange man who had given them the third riddle and the mysterious words he had left them with. I once saw a version of you that was not yourself, muttered the mirror. What in the world does that mean? Lost in thought, he stared in his face for a long moment. You know, he said softly, this is going to sound odd, but I had a feeling I'd seen you before, too. Commodore tried to keep a straight face and failed. The mirror didn't seem to notice. Deja vu, right? Anyway, I figure it's just some kind of illusion created by the Death Dream. Probably doesn't mean anything. Commodore gave the mirror a nod and smiled, but really his thoughts were racing. There's something wrong about the mirror and his words. And what exactly is going on here? The riddle would prove to be the most difficult one of all.
Oh, thank you so much. Now I can finally return to a normal life.
This is one of the most bizarre diseases I have ever encountered.
I know. That's why we have to help the other villagers, no matter what.
For a sealed verse, that didn't take much effort.
Yes, all a touch too easy if you ask me. It's almost as if someone was guiding us to this village.
Don't overthink advice. This person must be dreaming too.
It would appear that way, yes.
Can't say I'm very excited to go back there. That dream world sort of creeps me out.
Perhaps you should spend less time complaining and more time getting on with the mission.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, there's more. I breathe air scented with death and resist the urge to laugh, for now I will sound like the words of a madman. How long have I been a fresh hell? My box, my prison is tucked beneath a stairway in a long unused catacombs of some infinite castle. Outside I hear the sounds of funeral dirge placed without end. Light is no place here, wind is a forgotten friend. I pray for death to come, but he persists. Time passes and eternity slips by in a single tick of a clock. Someone knocks on my prison. Anyone there? I hear an unfamiliar voice say, my savior. Cloud door of the jail, embedding thick splinters under my ragged nails. I scream for help. I laugh. I sob. Surely it's the product of my addled mind. Surely it cannot be true. Help me, I cry. For the love of all the gods, help me. Possibly I hear the sound of a lock being torn out and falling to the floor. As the door slowly creaks open, I have just my eyes see a silver-haired boy in a floating book before the light pours inside. My eyes, accustomed to blackness, explode with pain, and I am forced to turn away. Who are you? I ask, shaking, covering my face. Have you come to take this place? I am Grimral Bias, Miss Commodore. So long have we been searching for you. Now come, stand, and we shall come to the chamber together. One of the Commodore extends his hand and pulls me from the cell. Oh, my eyes are slow to adjust to freedom, my ears keen as ever, and I recognize the staccato sounds of heavy rain. I never thought to hear that again, I whisper. Whether this were not such terrible storms with the Grimral Bias, look at your feet. Of course, my eyes open to the water pouring around my ankles and lapping at my shins. There's so much of it. Yes, more comes each moment we delay. If we do not make our good our escape, we shall all drown in this castle. We know you are weak, but you do our only hope to survive this place. Time, the long-forgotten friend, made himself known again. I nodded my head and swore to save my rescuers from out of the cough. Cascadons were amazed, twisting upon themselves like the endless entrails of a giant. I squint down in dim corridors and proceed north. Into the corridor, I find a row of 20 gorgeous canopied beds resting atop carpeted below, all covered in thick layer of dust and cobwebs. Switching to the door of the next room, I found a shapeless mass of gray matter has been shoved against the side of the wall, despite my favor, I think the outline of the door just beyond. I reach my fingers touch the place of the mass, it turns to dust and drifts away on the wind. Realization slowly dawns and I fall to my knees and weep. Corpses, I face them out, charred and crumbling corpses. I like to went to the beds back then, so the horror fully dawns on me. Someone has piled these bodies in the tower and set them ablaze. Whether they were alive or dead, I do not know, and sanity not for me to consider the substitute further. To make a sound of their scream, I laugh, I cannot be certain. In my mind, grants in merciful blackness, I find myself over the door and leading into a terrible room. Swing down the dim corridors. Bird and imagine my stars and I see series of thinking singer for the possibility to the person of time life. Some clothing I have called the styles have were strange to me, leaving the religious of the very small and gold. One subject word now sort of quickly catching my eye. The surface of a thin, breezy cloth decorated with motifs of flowers and birds. On circling my figure's waist with the leather belt and most perfect construction. Sending costumes in my water silence. I gave the portion I had stuck to the letter, touch it with my own hands, so if I extend a finger, the pinning I am gripping by most unpleasant feelings. Stating close to the image, I see it bending off the shape of the finger. Moving around the picture is pointing at me as another prisoner. A fellow inmate trapped for turning in this place. I cannot let it pass, and so I seize the portrait with both hands and throw it into the water. The wall is hollow behind the painting, so I can just make out a body. Whether or not this is a prisoner, there would be no rescue. The poor soul is long dead. After clothing lie on the floor around the bones, and the small length of fabric is trash. It features the same delicate design as there was pictured in the portrait. I've been admiring a row of corpses block my view from horses and take them at their pinnacle. Enough, showing my eyes, I paddle forward through the water. I squint down and in quarters and I scoot down. During the past myself in a great hall, I found the very circumference, a lot of large red carpets squished beneath my feet, and I searched my room. Inside below the beautiful dining table wide upon the China silver and Spanish construction is always remaining a fantastic piece. Nice to view justice and many chairs on the table, there it goes. Noticing movement, I approach the chair and look at the peg. The truth of the matter dawns on me, I recoil in horror. The host is the feast of the corpse. And the only invited guests, an army of gold foul wriggling insects have made their homes never remain since the moment I saw. The once splendid feast is now nothing more than a rec room for the damned. I make room to spit in my shaking hands and slowly back away from the table. Just to lose sight of the abomination before me, my gaze lands on the chairs in which is overseated. This mistake for the chairs proved to be more terrible than the feast itself. Each one is covered over with spikes and runs from the feet to the back and down the arms. Turning the color of the carpet beneath my feet, I pray the unfortunate matters were dead when I kneeled again. For if not, this simple task of envision and agonized screams from my head come forth from their mouth. The men grasped frantically at the possibility that the souls who committed some terrible crime for which must be punished, so the truth I expect they have committed no crime at all. There will be no tomorrow for these unfortunates. This is the last supper. Hopefully make it to the front door. Break it down, someone cries, I'm gonna flip it over the pan and come on, good so, and Grimlaw advice. Time butt against the thick sturdy door, the third side gets away, and the fire still sprawl on the ground outside the castle. Tom's in retreat, the clouds are still dark after floating in the west. I can see a thin summer of sunlight trying to break through. How can I thank you, our Christ, tears flowing around my cheek? I would surely have died of it. And down I said, most of my dress is in tatters and stoopest to try to cover my exposed skin. Your dress has spice, and you are a woman, madam. I am. My property too is not. I suppose that comes with something that's pricing, as I exist only in the form of words. I can see the one known as Commodore, so I was disappointed with the torn dress and be given no further description. He hides it well with a nod and a shrug. The three of us set forth for our awakening. Harness and awakening of that kind of taking place. Black smoke fills the abandoned castle and countless damsels inside with their For a moment the castle's windows shatter and the mighty whirl. A fresh breeze blows the hallways and corridors, singing a smoke away red. Watching all uncontrollable black shadows slowly flicker to life, closing to and fro in front of the broken windows. House instead of awakened in the new life and shade.
You have anything to say about that?
Hopefully there will be no labyrinth next time.
I hear that.
Thank you so much. I never want to have a dream.
Alright, we'll do more dreams. Like a lot. I'm tired of talking. Looks like there's only one more. That's good.